Welcome to Ever After, a Once Upon a Time podcast. Season 7, Episode 12, A Taste of the Heights.
Tiana takes a trip through the bayou and has a surprising encounter. Sabine reconnects with an old friend whose plans could jeopardize her culinary dreams. And Rogers and Weaver make a shocking discovery.
Dun dun dun.
On this episode of H-Town.
I'm your host, Molly Southgate, and with me is...
Martha Southgate.
And...
Rob Southgate.
So they podcasted in
They
this one.
They
podcasted
did.
it!
That's
I
pretty
think they
funny.
stole our idea. I think they took it from us. And
I would never have
when-
called it H-Town.
Well, it's
I
because
would-
it was S-Town.
I understand.
But what was funny is when it was starting, I totally knew. I totally knew this. And I was even going, why are they doing S-Town's intro?
Mm-hmm.
And then they did H-Town.
There you go.
I was thinking I would have called it like Hyperion Heights or something.
That's very creative.
Yeah, wow. Good one, Mal.
Like in the
So-
Heights. Oh, that's already a musical.
How much do you think it would cost to outfit a
Oh my gosh. The
empty
U-Haul.
truck?
U-Haul. That wasn't even a food truck.
That is
That
minimum
was a
10 grand.
full kitchen in there.
It was
And
2
she
months
said
rent.
they already used all of their money just to buy the truck.
Right.
How on their meager
And their money
salaries?
And it was
the
a whole
rent money.
kitchen and...
it was their rent money. They did not have 10 grand in rent money stockpiled to do this.
on top of the 2,000 or whatever it was
Right.
for the 2 months of rent.
Yeah,
Right.
no, they did not.
Ridiculous. Yeah, there's definitely some
Major plot holes.
some major
Yeah.
plot holes going on.
And
And when he walked up and Naveen was like, "You can use my safety."
You can use
Like
my
that's
safety
not
net.
how it works.
Right.
Well, then he
'Cause
was
they
in
would
the
have to
kitchen
say-
with
If he
her.
was in the kitchen with her, yes.
But he actually did go in then, and it
But
did
if
work.
he
but
doesn't, but he implied like, "Here, you can just have it,
just
Right.
take it,
and I'll just shut mine down." And
Right. And it obviously doesn't work that way because the cop said somebody who works in this kitchen has to have this.
yeah,
Oh, but look, I've got somebody else's name on it, and they're not here right now, but we have one now.
Mhm.
That's garbage.
yeah,
but he did stay in there, so at least that
it was
Right.
legal.
closed up
Yeah, it was
that
just a-
pothole.
It was just a
I
mistake.
called it a
there.
pothole.
It's a pothole. That poor food
Yeah.
truck's gonna fall
The-
in
the
all
food
those
truck.
potholes.
That's lame. Yeah,
And the fact that he opened the Cajun thing, and I'm like, yeah, but she's a niche for beignets. They're non-compete. In fact,
he had beignets.
yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
but she's like,
non-compete.
they
He has
taste
a
soggy
Cajun
and...
restaurant. He has that on his menu. She is exclusively that. If you had a...
Well, actually, no, she had gumbo.
Yeah, they don't understand how food trucks work, I don't think.
Right. So we could now
like-
not talk about that storyline
Yeah.
anymore because
Well,
that's
it made me sad because I liked that character.
Who, Naveen?
No, Ben.
Who's Ben?
Drew.
Ben
whatever
Ye?
his name is. Drew.
Ben Yay.
Did
His
you
last
go to
name is Yay. I went to school with him.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
did.
But Drew. I liked that character, but I didn't like that
Who's
he was
Drew?
working.
He's
The guy, Naveen.
Oh, Naveen in...
Naveen and Sabine and all of
Naveen.
these.
Yeah, yeah.
There's so many Eans.
Well, but he's still not a bad guy because he said
No.
he's being forced to work with that guy.
Right.
But
And
he's
he-
choosing it.
He's not choosing it. He said
Okay.
he didn't like it. He said, I don't want to do this. But he's blackmailing him or doing something, or maybe he's using magic on him because
Right.
he is awake.
He is. We
Yes.
found that
Yeah,
out.
we
And
found out that
why
he's
is
awake.
Regina with him?
Because he's a bad boy. There aren't many that are worse than her.
Right.
So she had to find the bad boy. And he's cute, unlike Rump. So if
Oh my
Rump is her only other choice for a bad guy,
A gold, like a
She's
weird,
like, yeah,
gold,
no,
glittery,
no thanks.
tiny guy. That,
so yeah, most women would take this guy any day
Yeah.
over
Over
her
Rump.
other bad boy choices,
Right.
which is pretty much Rumpelstiltskin.
Rump.
yeah. Well, still,
So-
it's like in the regular world when she was
He's
seeming
handsome.
What do you mean in
No,
the regular
but-
world?
like in this is all regular world. Didn't you know that it's all real?
Well, no, I mean,
But-
you mean when she was in the other fairy tale land?
The fairy tale land, when they were, when she was, like, kissing him, I'm like, this
Yeah.
isn't Regina.
Why?
Regina would not do that.
She's not allowed to fall in love with someone?
Yeah.
She is, but Regina wouldn't fall in love with him.
I don't
How
agree
do you
with
know?
you. She did.
He
And
is
I don't agree with you.
terrible
So is she.
person.
And
No,
maybe
not
she
in that
thinks,
fairy tale
But
world.
maybe he wasn't.
but maybe he
there.
wasn't, and if he's very charming and he's good looking,
And maybe
he's
it wasn't
a bad
until later,
boy.
after the point that we saw, that she realized he was a bad guy.
Ah,
You know?
yeah.
So
So-
who knows? Who knows? But she did go in that room at the end.
Yes, she did. I don't know what that room was.
That was his
it's
room.
the room where it happened.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but I like that song. So, okay.
Well, that sidetracked us.
Yeah.
Uh,
This was a very soap opera episode. I
yeah,
didn't really.
we had the game night.
I personally didn't enjoy it.
I
very
did not
much.
like
They
this
were about to
I
kiss,
was-
and then Lucy was rude to him and was like, let's play this, let's do that. And then,
Well,
oh my gosh, when Henry walked in, she's like, khakis? Really? And he's like, it's all I got.
Well, and she's also told them flat out that she believes
she's trying
all
to get
this, and
them
she
together.
told Henry it's the love's first kiss. She should have just walked out and said,
Never
I have
mind.
new information. Here's the picture.
Right. Look, you guys, it's gonna kill
Yeah.
Henry if you kiss each other.
Yeah, why didn't she show him the picture?
I don't.
Instead, she was like, let's play a game. And then it got really awkward.
and she got right in the middle of them.
Yeah. And they all sat on one side to play checkers, which is
Yeah.
weird.
And how can 3 people play checkers?
And who plays checkers that much?
Since she was 2.
Right.
It's such a lame.
I've played checkers since I was 2.
Yes.
I'm kind of
and
a
she
prodigy.
has not been the brightest bulb on the tree.
Maybe that's why she's still playing checkers.
Did you hear? She's like,
She
I've
never moved
played-
on to chess or Othello or anything like
Did
that.
you hear? She went, I've played checkers since I was 2. I'm a bit of a prodigy. And then
Yeah.
Jacinda was like, she is. And I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Not really. And then he's like, she goes, the game of life? And he's like, yeah. Who hasn't heard of that?
Right.
I
Right.
love the game of life. But she was like kind of being jerky about it too.
Well,
'cause
that's
he's like,
because she's a jerk. She can't really
oh my
help
gosh,
it.
that was so mean when he walked in and she's like, ew, you're wearing khakis?
Yeah.
And he's like,
That's what I
yeah,
wear.
it's what I got. It's what I...
I
and
don't
she's like,
understand. yeah, what her problem is.
You
Well,
could
I
have been
hope he
better.
rips her apart on H-Town. That's what I hope. Yeah, there was, even though I like Sabine, and I was like, oh, Prince Naveen is in this, I still
It was
wasn't.
such a lame storyline. I can't
Yeah.
stand it.
Yeah, it just didn't go anywhere for me.
Mhm.
Her killing the crocodile, I mean, they showed the crocodile drag him under. I'm like, that crocodile would have bitten
Yeah,
his
he would have
foot
been
off.
dead.
Would have bitten his
And-
foot
yeah,
off.
and
if
actually-
nothing else.
That made me a little upset and kind of sad because in the movie there's a character that's the crocodile and he's like the nicest
Yeah.
crocodile on earth and he just wants to play his horn and
Right.
he goes and he plays music and he's just like this really nice
Well,
person
yeah,
crocodile and
but that's just them spinning it around in here. They're
I know,
putting a
but still,
crocodile
he
in it.
wasn't in it for. He was in it for like 2 seconds, and he was like trying to eat people, and I was like, "It's not my crocodile.
Mhm.
It's not the right crocodile."
Maybe it was Captain Hook's crocodile on accident.
Right.
Mm. That's
yeah.
what it did seem
well,
like.
let's see what else was there to talk about. I didn't.
It's like we've wrapped it all up.
I mean,
already.
there were things.
Hook
that
and
were,
Weaver. Okay, so we saw the.
We saw them illegally
we saw
break in.
the witch from Hansel and Gretel.
Yes,
And
she was so creepy. She's
She
like,
was
"Do you
really
want a
creepy.
cookie for the road?"
yeah, she was like, "Who? How is she have a popular bakery being that creepy?"
Right. And
I would
And
go there.
she
There's
is
a creepy,
blind.
like blind.
she
No, I don't mind
but-
that
no,
part,
wait.
but she was
Wait,
just
no, but I do in that she is blind and she was doing this intricate gingerbread stuff. It's like that is bizarre.
Well, maybe she could just feel it because she's a witch.
You can't touch it when you pipe.
No,
if
with
you
her
touch
mind.
it-
I can't make it look good, and I can see.
She could
You are
feel-
something else.
She could feel it with her mind.
I was surprised they made gingerbread houses without hot glue guns.
Or they stood up.
Yeah.
Or
And you
stood
can
up.
eat them.
Okay.
So I mean, I can get that she could do a lot of this stuff, but she was completely blind.
yeah.
And I'm sorry, you're not able to do piping and that like that. You're just not.
Well, it was because she's a witch.
Maybe you haven't seen the show before.
I'm unfamiliar.
She
with
has
it.
She has a special gift. Okay?
Oh, but not in this world.
So, you don't know that she's not awake.
Yeah, but
She's
okay,
one of the
but
coven of witches.
Even if she's awake, the customer would see this woman who cannot see anything.
What about painters? There are blind sculptors, blind painters.
Right, but
there are all kinds of things.
Right, and they can do absolutely gorgeous work, but they are not doing piping on a gingerbread house.
But that's like painting.
I think you have a skewed vision of this because of me. Okay.
Well, yeah,
you
because there were no thumbprints
that it's challenging.
on this. There was no hot glue.
It's not challenging for some people, and
it's not
if
challenging
she
for
was
me 'cause I'm
blind,
awesome.
Some people.
So, all right. So then
actually,
she
it is
gets
challenging for me.
handcuffed.
The part that's not challenging is making it stand up.
Yeah, she gets handcuffed to the radiator. Somebody turned her oven on.
It wasn't a radiator. Why is a radiator sitting in the middle of their kitchen? It was one of their tables.
Yeah, too. Usually they get handcuffed to a radiator.
She gets handcuffed to the radiator.
They
In the
usually
middle
do.
of her kitchen.
Don't
Okay, so she's handcuffed to the table.
Wait, she was?
they? She was laying on the ground handcuffed.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody had handcuffed
Okay.
her and turned the gas
Weaver
on.
and Rogers broke in, like literally
Yeah.
breaking and entering.
Yep.
No warrant.
Although that's been Weaver's
no probable cause. They just broke right on in there, found her on the ground attached to a non-radiator, and
And the
apparently
gas was on.
she's still alive, though.
Right.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Well, they
She's
got
at the
I was
house.
calling
early
her
enough.
the ginger dead witch,
Oh,
but
nice. Well played,
But she
sir.
did have
Thank you.
the tattoo for the witches.
Yes, but she had tried to have hers removed.
So now
I wonder what that.
that
what that
probably means
means.
she wanted to get away from it.
I'm saying it means
I
that she
love
wasn't
that-
awake.
I love that Ronnie was saying, she's like, oh, that looks like a tattoo removal, and everyone just looked at her and she's like, okay, as Ronnie, I made some bad choices.
Well, I was under the curse.
It's like, I had to get them away.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, like,
who
nobody's-
loves Death Leopard that much?
Right.
Right.
Nobody. I don't even think the guys in Def Leppard like Def Leppard
No.
that much.
I don't even know what Death Leopard is.
It's a band.
Well, I know that much, but
That's why the red-haired. Oh my gosh!
Oh
I've
my
lost
gosh.
my mind.
Who?
What is
Zelina.
Zelina said, "Put some sugar on.
Yeah,
pour some sugar on me." That's a Def Leppard song.
Right.
oh,
I found
she
that
was
hysteria.
making
Cole. See, that's a
a
hysteria.
Hyperion call.
H-Town. On this
H-Town.
episode
Hyperical.
of H-Town.
All right. What else is there? So
Okay, so the flashback for Tiana and Naveen.
didn't love it.
Didn't love it. I thought I would because I really like her, but I didn't love it.
yeah.
Um,
I kind of liked it, but
Okay.
it was.
You liked their clothes.
I liked their clothes a lot. They had cool clothes.
yeah,
But
you
I
like-
didn't. I
you like
wasn't
Tiana.
loving Naveen's storyline. How he was like, "Well, my brother was dead, and this is this," and it was like,
Yeah, there's something for me.
I'm off with
The
that.
casting of both Mr. What's his name?
Facilier.
Facilier?
Facilier and Naveen. There's something like usually the casting makes me go, "Oh my gosh, they really caught the essence of the character." Like Tiana is Tiana to me.
Yeah.
There's so much about her that I'm like, okay, I buy that. These two guys, I don't really. They kind of look like them, but they don't really.
Facilier in the movie was not handsome. He was not
Yeah,
attractive.
this guy is like.
This guy is, he's quite good looking.
Yeah,
But there
just
in the
about him-
movie, he was not. He was scrawny and creepy and whatever. And I did not. He
Yeah.
was not meant to be
And that's when I saw this, I was thinking in my
romantic
mind of that.
interest. Yeah.
So that's why I was like, why
I
is
get
Regina
that.
with this creepy guy?
Yeah, because it's in the movie, he was not meant to be a romantic interest.
And I'm okay with it, but it's not connecting the way the rest of the series is connected with that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I know there have been characters that didn't really look like the characters or whatever.
Ursula.
But
Ursula was good.
but this, for some reason,
And Naveen,
it's like they're
like
either,
in the real world,
they're either too close and too far from being right on, or they are. I don't know.
I like Naveen more in the regular world in this one, not in the fairy tale world as much.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought he seemed more like a person. I was like,
yes, Drew.
Yeah, but in the fairy tale world, I didn't like it as much.
Yeah,
right.
There's so many worlds here.
I know. At least this one, there were only 2.
Yeah.
Last time we had to keep track of like 4 different ones.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so then there was a thing something in the girl's closet. I have Lucy.
Well, we never
in
saw
her
it.
closet.
We just saw the closet
We
open,
saw the doors crack open.
Whatever it was, put the page so that she saw it.
I wonder if we're going to get Monsters, Inc. crossover.
Monsters, Inc.
That's really funny.
That would be awesome.
And you're going to see like a green guy with one eye walk out and they're just like, ah!
Well, they haven't.
Like, what?
They did cross over Pixar because they did do Merida.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe.
So,
oh my gosh!
We've
I'm
got to
on
think of stuff to
TV.
talk about.
That's my Mike Wazowski.
yes.
Not my impression. Just this is my impression from that show. You gotta have the right forms, Wazowski.
Yes.
Get your paperwork in, Wazowski.
Get your paperwork in, Wazowski.
So I don't think we have anything further to talk about with this one.
I don't think we do either.
This was a low energy podcast
and low energy show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I found
because
myself,
we were excited to watch it.
I was.
Yeah.
I was totally ready, and I found myself kind of falling asleep during this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a transition episode.
Yes.
It was setting up some stuff, but I needed, for it being the last run.
Yeah.
I know that going into this, they didn't know 100% at this point. But I would hope that they wouldn't waste 1 minute of these 12 episodes.
Right.
And instead, this was an episode that probably most of it could have just been told in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Especially with this one being the first one of this new start.
Oh, it is? Well, we watched them all out of order.
Because they just introduced it. No, we didn't watch them out of order.
No, we didn't watch them out of order.
Not out of order, but I mean, we watched.
You're out of order.
We're all out of order. We watched them in order, but then we didn't. We
actually
caught up right after
last
the break.
week's was the first
No,
one
they
back.
just announced it. They just did a whole thing at the beginning with Henry talking about it and doing the whole thing.
No, I think last week was the first one
I think
back.
I misunderstood the whole podcast at the beginning of the show.
I think you were getting very obsessed with that. But this was, they already came back last week.
Okay.
And this is the second one.
Yeah, so this is just
transition.
transition.
Kind of a transition, yeah.
It was
because last week's was really good. So it was like they were back and they went, boom, we're going to go into it. And then this was kind of like, okay, here's some setup.
I really hope this next one's good.
I'm really hoping they get into this. Okay, they're killing witches. Let's see something with that next week.
Yeah. Less with the stupid food truck, for gosh sakes.
The stupid food
I mean, I can't even take it anymore.
Right.
Well, actually, that was the intro for this one. I was like, oh, there's our food truck.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Rolling by you.
She's like, rolling.
I went to school with him.
Did you hear? She went, rolling by you. It's rolling by you. And then and then she was like, and then the guy's like, oh.
Yeah, I think I
who
smell
cares
gas
about
leak now. P.U.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, who cares about my diet? I'll take a gumbo and a beignet, and I don't find this suspicious at all.
Yeah.
Cop.
I'm a cop. All right, are we done? Did we get through this one?
Yeah. We did barely.
Yeah.
And hopefully that
hopefully listeners got through it too. I'm sorry, guys, if we seem a little low key. This really took the wind out of our sails
I didn't know really what
tonight.
to even say about it because there were like 3 points to talk about practically, and it was just not.
Yeah.
Not a lot to work with on this one.
No.
But anyway, next one will be better.
The next one I have faith in.
Yes.
It'll be fun. I'm sure of it. Okay. Let me wrap it up. You can follow us on social media. Look for Ever After Pod or Ever After Podcast on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. Southgate Media Group has a Patreon page. If you want to support the show, if you want to support us, go to Patreon, type in Southgate Media Group, and you will find it there. The way it works, you pay $1, You put down for $1, you put down for $5. First of the month, it charges you that amount. It goes right to the company to help keep this going. You never have to think about it again. We've got a few people on there. If you subscribe, make sure you mention in the notes that you came because of Ever After. We'll give you a shout out on the show. I think that's it. Let's end this the way every great fairy tale ends.
Happily ever after.
The end.